weekend reading vlog, and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Jen. Welcome. This weekend is a long weekend here in Canada, and I'm very excited because it's also an extra long weekend because I don't work Fridays, so I have 4 days off and I'm very excited. Anyways, I've also realized that I walk around a lot when I'm talking, so I'm gonna go over here. Also, I apologize for the weird like whoosh sound because we always have a fan going in our house. Also, I just cut up like a million watermelon pieces. Hold on. Let me get a fork. I'm also watching Kate Kavanaugh's new video, trying to get myself inspired so I can do some writing perhaps. Anyways, so this weekend I have a goal. So because this weekend is 4 days long, I was thinking, I'm gonna actually make a goal of myself to finish one of my reads. I also need it finished because next Friday, or this coming Friday, I guess, like in a week, my friends and I are meeting for brunch and we're talking about this book. So I have The Moonstone. Oh, and I think I just lost my page because that was my bookmark. Oops, it's fine. I'll just slide my receipt in there, it's fine. So I'm working through The Moonstone as I've been for the past few weeks, and I'm really liking it. I am now just over halfway, I think so. So The Moonstone is separated into like it's called the first period and then the second period, and then I believe there's an epilogue at the very end. So far we've had Betteridge, who is a butler. What's he called? I always pictured him as the butler from like Downton Abbey. Yes, so the first period is The Loss of the Diamond in 1848, and it is events related by Gabriel Betteridge, house steward in the service of Julia, Lady Verinder. So I've just finished that kind of thing, and it's detailing literally what I just said. It's how the diamond was lost, and it's the first stages of the investigation, and like it was wild, and I have no idea who stole the diamond. I have theories, and I have like the theory that's presented in this book, which is interesting, but I don't know if I believe it because I feel like Betteridge is such an unreliable narrator. But then we begin the second period, and the second period is narrated by Miss Clack. I'm trying to keep it all straight. I have my sticky notes in the back with all the characters and who they are, and then like questions as I go along, which is really helpful, by the way, if you have questions and you're reading a book like that. But yes, so I am liking it, and I have no idea where it's gonna go. So I really like that. I am also reading, as I have been now for the past 2 weekends, The Clash of Kings. So, or A Clash of Kings, not the. And I'm loving this. So last night I decided to start watching Game of Thrones from the beginning, which is very exciting, and I'm loving it. It's actually giving a body to certain characters so much more in depth than the book is, which I find interesting. But I also find interesting what they've changed now that I've like read the first book and I'm watching the first series, and I plan on finishing the second book before I watch the second series and like continuing like that, so I don't spoil myself in any way for the books by watching the show. So yeah, I am on page 433. This is what I've read so far, and I'm just starting a brand chapter, which is exciting. So if you've watched Game of Thrones or read Game of Thrones, let me know, and I would love to hear your thoughts about it. I can't really give you a synopsis for this one if you haven't, because it's the second book in the series. Anyways, I also have Sorcery of Thorns, which I'm still not done and I haven't picked up, and I don't know if I will because I'm going to be focusing on the Moonstone. But yeah, that's going to be my weekend. I'm also going to be writing. My computer's over there. I was going to hold it up. But yeah, so I will keep you guys updated as we go. Anyways, I've been rambling now for like 6 minutes, so I'm gonna leave and I'll update you later. Hey guys, it's a little bit later now. I've had dinner and all that kind of jazz. But I did want to update you on some of my writing that I've been doing recently, and a decision that I've made concerning my writing. So As you guys know, if you've looked at my previous writing vlogs, I had a deadline to finish my first draft of like July 11th or something. And I realized at the beginning of June that I was like, I have a month to get half the draft done. I was only at the midpoint of my story, as you guys remember, if you've seen my writing vlogs. If you haven't, go check it out. At the end of May, I was only at my midpoint, and there was no way I was gonna hash out an entire another half of my draft in that short amount of time. There's literally no way that was humanly possible for me, because I started a new job in June, I was graduating in June, life got in the way in June, and so I decided to just kind of like see what happened. So I didn't write, I'll tell you, I can count how many days I actually wrote in June. So let's see. So for June, look at all them zeros. So I wrote 385 words, which is like nothing. Nothing. I realized that I wrote nothing on this day, and I was like, oh my god. 1,400. 3 more days of nothing. 2,400. Another day of nothing. 900. 3 more days of nothing. 1,500, and then 500 yesterday, and then 1 hour today. So all in all, like, there's just no way. I'm still just after my midpoint in my story anyways. So there's no way I would be able to finish for my original deadline. So what I did is I pushed my deadline to August 31st to give me another full 2 months to get it done. And I'm going to really concentrate on getting it done. And I've also, on my pacemaker, because I'm extending it so far, and I was at like 70% done the word count goal that I had set up on pacemaker. That's this wonderful website that I use if you didn't realize. So I had 85,000 words, and the way that I write, I know I'm going to be way over 100,000 words. So I pushed my word count goal to 120,000 words. And I have 143 days left to do that, and I am 60% complete of that goal anyways. So that's my new writing goal, and I'm kind of happy with it. I mean, I was happy with my original one anyways, thinking that I was going to get more writing done in May and June, so that I would be able to finish it July. But that's how it's going to be. And I've also set a goal for myself for the other project that I started last week, for the outline of it. I've set that as August 3rd, I believe, whatever that first Saturday is in August. Yeah, I think it's August 3rd. So I have all of July to get my crap together for that one and pull together some kind of outline, because I want to be able to do multiple projects at once, because the way that I work on one project for so long that I get tired of it and I sag in the middle. Like, I'm sagging right now in my project because I've been working on it since this specific draft since January, February time, and it's consumed my life. And then I wrote like every day in May, right? So I'm like, June was a rest month. I'm calling it a rest month. But now that I'm settled in more at my job, I'm going to try and make sure that I actually carve out time to get this project done. And so I'm calling this project that I've been working on forever is Project Dark, and then I'm starting Project Yellow. I'm gonna try to get the outline done of Project Yellow, and then once I'm done this draft of Project Dark, I'm going to put it aside for a month. So all of September is going to be nothing for Project Dark and everything for Project Yellow, because I want to get them going. You know, I just want to be able to do more things than just one project at once. You know, it's a thing. Anyways, I've been rambling for a long time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some writing, of course. So that's what I'm gonna do for a little while now, and then maybe either read Game of Thrones or Clash of Kings or watch Game of Thrones. I'm not sure which one, but I'll update you guys in a bit. Hey guys, how's it going? It is now Saturday. It's my mom's birthday. That's very exciting. Her and my dad just went to a friend's house for a lovely evening there. And I'm just sitting on the floor of my room. I just filmed a haul, a TBR video for July. That's gonna go up probably tonight because it's more relaxed and all that. But I did want to film something in my vlog for you guys that's a little different. Because if you guys know, and you guys have been following me and my flash hauls, ooh, that's high. Where can I put you? That's a good height. There we go. So if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I've done a lot of flash hauls, which is me just hauling 4 to 5 books in under 5 minutes. But I've accumulated a lot of books recently, and that's not going to work. 5 minutes is not going to work for the amount of books that I've accumulated. So I'm going to go over them. Let me just bring them all here. The reason why I have suddenly a lot of books to go to haul is because I went on Book Outlet and I picked up a few books from there, and then I also went to the thrift store, and there was great books there that I'm excited to show you. So some of these are going to show up in other videos of mine for sure, so I'm going to keep it as short as I can, but I thought I'd include it in my vlog to give you guys something a little bit more interesting to look at and watch. So let's start with ones that I bought at the store, like just the regular store. Yes, these are all of them. No, this is all of them. Okay, so the ones that I've picked up at Indigo, my bookstore here, are recently. I've picked up Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This I picked up a few weeks ago. You've probably seen it in a few of my reading vlogs because I am only that far through, so still haven't read it, but I'm getting there. This is about a girl named Elizabeth, and she is she's training to be a warden at her library, and she is framed for the murder and the release of a malefict, which is a monster that comes out of a grimoire. And at all these libraries the libraries in this place, in this world, they take care of grimoires, and grimoires are like spell books that like interact with people. So think of like the Monster Book of Monsters from Harry Potter, or like the restricted section of Harry Potter where there's like really intense spell-bound books and stuff like that. So far I really like her writing. The story is going pretty good, but I will have thoughts of this eventually on my channel. So I picked up that one. The next one that I picked up just on a whim because I was kind of on a romance kick is Love from A to Z by S.K. Alley, and I've heard about this on Books and Lala's channel, who's a fellow Canadian, so that's amazing. But I know nothing about this, and that's okay to me because knowing stuff about romance books usually spoils the romance books for me, so I'm gonna just leave it as this is the book that I picked up, and I'm excited to read it, and I think it has travel involved because they look like they're at an airport. The next one I picked up is for my book club with my friends this month, and that is Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, which I'm very excited about. I know there's a show that has just been released for it, which is very exciting, with David Tennant in it, so it's apparently very British and very funny, so I'm in for this. And the line on the back says, Armageddon only happens once, you know. They don't let you go around again until you get it right. So if that doesn't hook you, I don't know what does. There's also like a demon on the front. A demon guy who looks very suave, so very fun. So that's the third book that I got from the bookstore. So let's do, we'll do the Book Outlet part next. So on Book Outlet, I picked up 5 books. And I will start with one that goes with the previous one that I've had, and it's The Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. So I've heard that this is a beautifully atmospheric book, and I really like her writing, so I decided to pick it up. It is about a girl named Isabel who can create stunning portraits of people, and she accidentally puts emotion into a painting of this fae guy, and he takes her away to his kingdom to answer for her crime of putting emotion in her painting, because fae can't have emotion or something like that. I don't know, but it seems really cool, and it is a standalone. That also, Sorcery of Thorns, I think, is also a standalone, so whenever I can find standalone fantasy, I'm very into it. I also picked up The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I'm very excited about this because I've heard from my friend that it is fantastic. This is the same friend who got me to read Circe by Madeline Miller, so I liked Circe, and now that I know what to expect from Madeline Miller's writing, I'm excited to read Song of Achilles because apparently it's gay, so I'm into it. And I like the myth of Achilles, but I don't know enough about it. Also, this paperback has such a cool texture to it. Like, the blue is kind of almost rough, like soft rough. It's not the velvet, but it's soft rough. And then like the helm of Achilles on here is textured. I don't know if you can tell, but it's textured. It's really cool. I don't know. I like the feel of books. It's fun. It is only 4 books that I picked up at Book Outlet. That's crazy to me. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. But the last 2 books from Book Outlet are The Queen of Blood and The Reluctant Queen, both by Sarah Beth Durst. I've heard really wonderful things about Sarah Beth Durst's series, this one, and this series seems really intriguing to me. Coming off of like Game of Thrones and stuff, I'm looking for more like kingdom-y fantasy stuff, and I've heard great things about these books. And I've heard that Sarah Beth Durst is a great fantasy writer, and I just realized that these books are different sizes, just marginally different sizes. That's so annoying. Oh well, it's fine. They're both like mass market paperbacks, so they probably don't cut them the same quality. Anyway, so the books I got from the thrift store I will go through pretty quickly. So I got The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. This is a spin-off trilogy from the Mistborn series, which I want to read very soon. So I have the Mistborn trilogy, and then this is the first one of the spin-off series. And I got it also because they match. They're the same, they match. Makes me happy when things match. Anyway, so I got this one. I also picked up these 3 beginning books to the Artemis Fowl series. So we have book 1, Artemis Fowl. We have book 2, The Arctic Incident, and book 3, The Eternity Code, and these are all by Owen Colfer, which is very exciting, and I've been intrigued by this middle grade series in my adult life, which is really interesting to me, because as a child these didn't interest me, but they do now, which is very interesting, and I don't. So Artemis Fowl is a millionaire, a genius, and above all a criminal mastermind. So, and there's fairies in this, so like I don't know, it's just, it intrigues me. I'm excited to pick these up. And I plan on picking this one up in July, if you've seen my my July TBR. And the next one I picked up was Fire, which is by the same author as Graceling by Kristen Cashore, and I believe these are companion novels. They're not part of a series, but they're all part of the same world. There's 3 of them, so there's Fire, Graceling, and then Bitter Blue, which I don't have. But I saw this one and I was like, yeah, I might as well, because if I like Graceling enough, I'll have this one to go to after. Wow, my hair is a mess today. Anyways, and the very last book that I picked up at the thrift store is this behemoth, and I got it for $5. This is Percy Jackson's Greek Heroes, and it's the illustrated edition of like all the stories that Rick Riordan has written about all these Greek heroes. I do believe that's how it is. But it looks like this naked. How fun. Ugh. I don't know. It's just, I saw this and I was like immediately, yes, I'm going to get this, because when are you ever going to find a big hardcover illustrated version of something for $5, right? Like, I have all the illustrated editions of Harry Potter, but those were all almost $60 in Canada. So this is also $60 roughly in Canada, brand new, and I got it at the bookstore at the thrift store for $5. So I was very excited about this. But yeah, so that's a little haul that I wanted to include in this vlog. I am gonna go back upstairs and continue reading The Moonstone because I want to try and almost finish it today, if not finish it, which would be great. Then I can have more space to free up for my July TBR to start that maybe, and get a good chunk done of Clash of Kings because I'm still working through that. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. Sunday. It is a beautiful day outside. It is way too hot for anybody to like anything, and I sat outside for a long time and now I'm burned. You know, that's how it goes when you're fair and the sun doesn't like you. So now I'm inside, but I do have reading news, so I'm gonna go downstairs and grab my books and update you. Okay, so yesterday I spent the entire day just reading The Moonstone, and I managed to finish it last night at 2 in the morning. But now it's done, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars because it was really, really good. It kept me going, like it kept me guessing at every turn, and it just was so wonderfully crafted. I just had constant questions and I had no idea who did it until the very moment where it was revealed, and I was like, what? Oh my god, I thought we had like decided that he wasn't guilty at all, and I was like, what? But fantastic book. I highly recommend you guys pick it up. I actually find that the beginning part, the first period, as it's divided into first period and second period and then an epilogue. The first period is narrated by the butler Betteridge, and his prose is conversational, and it sounds like you're getting told the story from like the butler from like Downton Abbey or something. It's great. The second narrator is Miss Clack, and she's a little annoying, but she only is around for a little bit. And then we get Mr. Blake as a narrator, and then Mr. Bruff as a narrator, and then Mr. Jennings as a narrator. So it's really cool. You get a whole bunch of different narrators, a whole bunch of different points of views of like on characters from like different people and how they like them and stuff like that, and then like on the actual situation of the Moonstone. But yes, wonderful read. So I also decided to pick up again Sorcery of Thorns today because I think I can manage to finish it if I really give it a go today. So that's my goal. But my poor book is getting so wrecked because we were outside and Mom decided to bring out the hose with the mister option, and so I had my book hidden under my arm and it started to bleed color on me. This is not a bruise, this is color from my book spine. And now my poor pages are starting to warp and get, well, water damaged, which is always a fun time. But this book is a little bit worse for wear, and it's a brand new book. Anyways, I am now, where am I in this? Page 270, so I don't have that much left, which is kind of exciting. But yeah, I I'm enjoying it, but I'm not like super into it. So right now it's probably gonna be like a 3 or 3.5 star read unless the ending like picks up like crazy. But yeah, and I also have Clash of Kings sitting there, but I wanted to see if I could finish 2 books in one weekend, which I think might be possible because I also have tomorrow to read and do that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will update you guys later when I've read a little bit more. I might write some more, but I'm gonna stay inside now because your girl's warm. And oh, I'm gonna go cut up some watermelon because that sounds like a delicious, delicious treat right now. I'll catch up with you guys later. Hey guys, happy Monday. It is Canada Day, and I am literally embodying the flag, the red, white, and red flag. Red, white, and red, and very red flag. Yeah, I'm very burnt, and it feels like my skin is splitting apart. I love it. Anyways, updates. I finished The Sorcery of Thorns yesterday, which is very nice. I gave it 3.75 out of 5 stars. It wasn't my favorite. It was enjoyable. I didn't really get hooked onto anything. I wasn't really emotionally invested in anything. And it was very, very YA, like young YA feeling to me. But that's okay. Anyways, I am just trying to have my hair dry. My dog wants to go outside, which is gonna be hell for me, but that's gonna be okay. And I'm watching some booktube to catch up this morning. I'm watching A Dash of Ashes. Ashley from A Dash of Ashes, a new video, or newer video where she rereads the Percy Jackson series, which is hilarious because that's a video that I'm planning on doing. But probably not until like August because I have a lot to read in July. My TBR just keeps expanding and expanding. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna let my dog out. She's been waiting patiently. And I will update you guys later. Hey friends, it's a little later now. As you can tell, my hair is now dry, or almost. It's a little damp at the bottom, and I'm still burnt. I wanted to do another little baby haul. It's not really a baby haul. It's a pretty big haul. Yesterday, Mom, Dad, and I went to another thrift store, and I picked up more books, so I wanted to show them to you. So the first one on the stack is Emma, a modern retelling by Alexander McCall Smith, and this is a retelling of Jane Austen's Emma, which I'm very excited about. So it places Emma basically in like modern times. She goes to university, and it's more like that, and it's a little bit more of a comedy, which I'm excited to read because I enjoyed Jane Austen's Emma, and I want to see how that one is done. The next 2 books go together, which is exciting, but I got Here's Olympus, book 2, The Son of Neptune, because I have the first one downstairs by Rick Riordan, and then I got also the third one, book 3, The Mark of Athena. So what I'm planning to do with those books is do a Percy Jackson reread, as I've been talking about for a while, and then because that's like the next series in that world, I'm thinking of picking that up because I haven't done that yet. So that's fun. The next books are all... I can't pick these up with one hand. They're that big. Hold on. Oh. So they are the Game of Thrones series, the big paperbacks. So I have the entire Game of Thrones series in the baby paperbacks, but what I found with these is that they're starting to fall apart. So once I finish reading these mass market size, these are going to replace them on my bookshelf. So I have Game of Thrones, A Clash of Kings, Storm of Swords, and A Feast of Crows. A Feast for Crows. A Feast of Crows would be disgusting, wouldn't it? Probably. Anyways, so I have all those, and they're beautiful copies, like the spines haven't been broken. And I got all of these books, all 8 of them, for $35, which is the same price as one of those paperbacks here in Canada. So I'm gonna have to keep my eyes out for the next, no, there's one that I'm missing, yeah, because I only have 4. It's A Dance of Dragons. A Dance with Dragons, A Dance of Dragons, I can't remember what it's called. But that one I'm missing. Anyways, I thought I'd give you guys a little update on that. I am still just watching BookTube. I've been having a really chill day, trying to not feel like my skin is splitting apart. It's getting better. I just keep adding lotion to my skin. I got some lotion with like aloe vera in it and all that wonderfulness. So anyways, I will update you guys later on if I read anything. I'm hoping to get a good chunk done of Clash of Kings today, because last night I kept on watching Game of Thrones, and I finished season 1, so I was like, but I want to keep going. So I started watching season 2, and I haven't finished the book yet, so I have to put that aside and finish the book so then I can keep watching season 2, and then I'm going to keep going from there. But I have a feeling that I'm going to end up just watching all the show first and then reading the books after, because I don't have that much willpower. Maybe I have to find a new show to like distract myself with. There's this like Netflix show, I can't remember what it's called, but I saw like an ad for it, and like the main couple look so attractively beautiful in it, which is really fun. I enjoy when they look beautiful. Okay, so the show is called Grand Hotel, and there are 3 seasons on Netflix, and I don't know, the little blurb says, to learn the truth about his sister's mysterious disappearance, a young man infiltrates a hotel in the guise of a footman and begins an investigation. So, I don't know. It's one that I saw like someone talking about on somewhere, and it looked interesting. So maybe I'll start that one as like a supplement to Game of Thrones to slow me down, because I could have probably finished that entire show, all 6 seasons, or how many seasons are there? 8? 6, because there's 6 books. There's supposed to be 6 books at least, in like one weekend. So, aha. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here because I'm just rambling. So I will update you guys later. That time again. We've come to the end of the reading vlog, which is very exciting, but also very sad, because that means I have to go to work tomorrow and I have to wake up early instead of just being relaxing and, you know, just being at home. Anyways, so as a quick little recap, I ended up finishing 2 books this weekend. I finished The Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, which I gave 3.75 out of 5 stars to, and I finished Moonstone by Wilkie Collins, which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars to. And I have made it to page 574 in the Clash of Kings, so I'm now over halfway, which is great. Really loving this read. I'm loving being in Game of Thrones. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this vlog. I hope you guys have had a great day, no matter where you are, what time of day it is, anything. And I hope to catch you in another video soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.